Good evening and welcome everyone. A very warm welcome to all the students, parents and faculty members joining us today. On behalf of Sadre Solutions, I'm delighted to welcome you to our free webinar series on career awareness and employability. We are very happy to see participants from different backgrounds united by one common goal, building successful career. Thank you for taking time to be with us this evening. Over to Vincent.
Thank you, Nanraj. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. And Sadre Solutions is a career development company and skill consulting organization working closely with students, colleges, and industries. Our core focus is to bridge the gap between education and employment through the following: skill development, career guidance, employability training, industry exposure, etc. We regularly interact with students who are talented but unsure how to convert their education into a meaningful career. This is why we started this free webinar series to create awareness among students, parents, and faculties about real career requirements. We strongly believe in career development is a shared responsibility. Thank you.
Some webinar guidelines for us to follow. Before we begin, a few simple guidelines for today's session. Please keep your microphones muted. You may post your questions in the Q&A box during the session, and it will be answered at the end. And over and above that, we have a dedicated Q&A session at the end of this session. Please be respectful and maintain a positive learning environment. We request you to stay till the end for important announcements. Over to Merlin.
I'm delighted to welcome today's speaker. Hephzi has experience in digital communication, audience engagement, and creative outreach initiatives. With a thoughtful approach and strong interest in meaningful interactions, she has been involved in creating and coordinating communications that connects effectively with students and young audiences. For her creativity, adaptability, and engaging presence, she brings relatable insights and fresh perspectives to every conversation. Over to you, Hephzi.
Everyone, thank you, Colin. Today we're going to talk about what matters most for fresh graduates to find a job. So, workplace changes fast, and degree alone is not enough for graduates to find a job. So, they have degrees, but they're unprepared for their careers. How many of you guys feel prepared? So when I just graduated, I was unprepared for what I should choose as my career and what I should what role or what field I have to apply my jobs in. So here today we will talk about what we need to feel prepared and how we can find a job well. So before, in the olden days, you study, you graduate in whatever you study, and you find a job. It's easy. So it's like you just do it. It's the same thing for everyone. But today you need skills, you need exposure, adaptability, and proof of work for finding a job. So today it's more complicated to find one simple job itself. Before it was very constant, and it's like very theory, and then you just give an interview and then you can just get a job. You need to know the world, you need to solve real world problems, and you need to know that before you even before you started applying for jobs itself. When you graduate, you should know all those knowledge to get a job. So going on, so we'll first talk about what employers look for in graduate students. So first, teamwork. So it is not enough for you guys to students to work by themselves, but they have to work with a team. Since in corporate there are you work as a team, you have to be able to coordinate and well with those other employees to get a work done. And second thing is problem solving. So you will not get a solution for all the problems like from your peers. You will have to know some problem solving techniques by yourself. You have to figure some things out by yourself to uh, solve a problem and keep the day going. And one more thing is communication. So in a team there are about many people, sometimes 10 people, more than 10. Sometimes communication is really important. You need to communicate with each one of them to get one small job done itself. And the next comes technical skills, where technical skills are the actual theories, whatever you learn in theory, you need to know how to put it to practice. And then adaptability, you need to adapt to different working environments. It's not always the same. It's not how it is in college, or it is not how it is at home. It is a different environment with a lot of different personalities. So you need to know how to deal with each one of them, and you need to be adaptable to each of those environments. And then some things that corporate look for in an employee is the digital fluency, initiative to take up a particular job, even like without assigning it to you. You need to take up such some jobs, and practical thinking. So as I there is this person I know who is a nurse, but then has not much digital knowledge. But then these days, even hospitals and government offices everywhere, they use digital media, or like digital means to store data or do any work. So digital fluency is very important. If you don't have the digital fluency, it's not very you will be known as outdated person. So you cannot go ahead and what do I say, like uh, more than you, the employer might prefer someone else who is good at digital fluency. Then even if they don't have technical skills, they will teach them. But digital fluency is something very important. And initiative to take up particular work is also important, because uh, everyone will not be behind you to say which work you should take. You should initiate and take certain works by yourself uh, to get a good name, or like to feel in the place. Moving on, we have academically qualified and professionally unprepared. So here, this is like in class, in when you are in college, you go and you study theory, you learn the concepts, and then you just write your exams, and like then you get it. But then here in companies it's different. So in when you're in college, you just what do I say, you just learn theory, you memorize it, and then you'll be able to pass an exam. But then for an interview, you need to know real world applications. You need professional communication and team collaboration, like I said in the earlier slide. Knowing and applying is different from each other. So in academics, you know how to do it, but then sometimes when you're applying it, it might be different. So even before like applying for your jobs or anything, you need to know how to apply your theoretical knowledge in uh, practical things. So in according to the statistics, it says that 30% of the 2025 graduates, that is just the last year, only 30% found jobs in their field of study. The other people are just like scattered among different fields and different jobs, and some people are not even employed. Like I said, knowledge, knowing something is different from applying something. So like I said, we memorize concepts and then we do individual study, and then we have exams and we have our grades as proof that we studied and we know the topic. But then when you're doing for when in job you have to execute whatever you learn, and in that is different because you're solving real problems, and your capability of solving those problems will be the proof for what you learn. So for this, even before you graduate, you need to have practical knowledge. You need to be exposed to real world problems so that you learn, and you need to have the work environment even before you graduate to have that how do I say, experience and exposure and the ability to adapt. You will have to do certain internships and projects in the outside world to know how to solve real world problems and adapt to the that environment. So like I said, exposure builds confidence. So you have the experience and the exposure, you know, like even before you graduate, you know how the corporate works. It's different from how a college life works. The work life is different from how a college life is. So before you graduate, you like, okay, I'm going to work and I can do it. I know everything. But then when you work, it's totally different. So it's like you don't even know 1% of it. You need to learn from starting, and you need to get. So for that, even before you graduate, you can start with internships. You can take real world industry projects, and you can network. So internships you can find in corporate, and projects also you can find in corporate. You can network using LinkedIn, and you need to like create communities. You need to have connects with communities. You need to take mentorship from people who are experienced to know what you have to get an exposure to the real world or the work world ahead. And you need to do teamwork even in college or in internships projects. You need to work with a team to know how to work with different mindsets and different personalities, because not everyone are like you and not everyone are same. And you need to build your portfolio. You need to build your resume strongly to find a job when when you graduate. So why many graduates feel lost is students know what they are studying. Students know theoretical knowledge. They also, they can also like know some real world projects and all. So they know the work environment and all. But then sometimes it's only because they don't have confidence to talk, or they didn't have like proper experience in uh, like talking to an interviewer or anything. Sometimes it's hard to some. There are some people who find it difficult to like talk with a stranger or talk in front of and like so many people. So for that you need to know, you need to have conversations with industry people. You need to do live projects, and you need to attend real interviews. Even before you graduate, you can try and attend interviews. You have to know the workplace culture by connecting or talking with people who know the workplace better. So with this like in Sadre Solutions, we help with all of this for all of you. So we provide internships and projects through projects where you can get connected with a lot of industry people, the corporate world, and you can do the projects. You can build your experience and exposure at the same time. So what makes students stand out? Like I said earlier, you need to have your portfolio built. You have to have it really strong, and then you need to have many different projects in whatever field you want to go, or you can explore more in different projects. You can experience or explore different fields so that you know which one you're more interested in, which one makes you curious, so that you can go ahead with your studies or your job in that field. And then your LinkedIn presence should be built. Generally, people I know, the experienced people I know, refer people to go to LinkedIn every day, and then like read the articles over there, connect with new people, connect with the corporate workers, connect with the industry workers, connect with new business persons, to build your presence more. And then you need to have communication, you need to work on your communication skills, like you English, and then whatever local language is there, that is, you need to build that communication well. And then like I said, curiosity is important in whatever you work, and you need to take initiative. And consistency is also really important. You need to be consistent in all these things that I said earlier. And experience create confidence. So like earlier I said that experience create confidence. So you need to have experience to have the confidence to speak. So you need to apply skills in actual problem. You need to solve those real life problems. You need to think critically, and you need to work in teams. You need to understand workplaces and develop confidence. So experiential learning is really important for you to have the experience, and that experience will create your confidence for you. And like I said, you don't start all this, like creating experience or networking with people, after your graduation, but you need to start before graduation itself. So an ideal way is, you need to start since you start, like whenever you started your degree itself, and you need to explore your interests. You need to build curiosity in the first year, and then you need to like learn new tools according to what your interest is, from the second year. And then you can then apply those skills in projects and internships in the real world problems. Then you can create your professional presence with all these projects and all that. And you give your interviews, and you attend more certification courses and all of that. You need to show your proof of work, like your whatever internships you did, whatever your projects were in your resume. That will build your professional presence, and then you'll be ready for a career step. Like when you apply for a job, they know that you know certain things, and they will be ready to hire you, depending on your communication, your skills, and your experience and everything. So like degrees open doors, but then skills build the careers that you want to. And exposure creates the confidence. When you go to an interview and give an interview for a career, for a job, to build your career, exposure gives you the confidence. So this is something that I always wanted to say to people. Students who stand out are not always the toppers. They are the students who can demonstrate capability. So if you are capable, you don't have to be a topper. You don't have to know theoretical knowledge, but if you can apply certain things in real life, it is more than a topper for the work life. So key takeaways today is, you have to learn continuously. So whatever field you're in, there is always something or the other to learn. So you have to learn continuously. You have to build real skills. You have to seek exposure. You have to work on projects, more new projects. You have to build the proof of work. So to build the proof of work, you need to work on projects, and you have to document them properly, and you have to stay adaptable to different work cultures and different people. You need to know how to handle them, how to work with each of them, and then you have to start before graduation itself. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Hephzi.
Hephzi. Yeah, go ahead, Ranjan. Sorry.
No worries, no worries. You continue, Nandraj. Thank you, Hephzi, for the wonderful presentation. You really rocked the entire presentation. Congrats and keep up the good work. Friends, those who are online, you heard Hephzi talking on this important aspects. So you can now post your questions. So Nagaraj, are you there?
Yes, Vincent, I'm here.
Yeah. So there is a question posted.
How do we start building a portfolio?
Yes, and also
I'm
one
in
more
the first year. Is it too early to think about career readiness?
Okay.
I think I'll take this question, Vincent. I will answer both together because both are very relevant questions. I think how do we start building portfolio is basically building your skill sets, building what you do regularly. So that's how you build your portfolio. But when do you start it? As quickly as possible. I would say even from the first year, you should start looking at how do I build my career? How do I get ready to start my career? In fact, Sadre's career development program starts at the age of 14 when they are in the 8th standard. So which means it is earlier the better. But if you're already in college, you know what you're going to do. You have already narrowed down your options. You have selected a stream of education, which means that should be your professional goal. So now you're already in the career journey, career pathway. So it's important to start your readiness from the first year itself. So when you do this from your first year, what happens is, uh, I'll give you a very, very, very short answer. From in 3 years of college or 4 years of college, every semester you get marks. Every semester you get to attend projects. Every semester you get to do an internship. Every semester you get to attend at least one symposium or a conference. So all these, the more you do every semester, by end of 6th semester or 8th semester, you will have enough to show in your resume. That becomes your portfolio. Portfolio is basically all the cumulative efforts that you have taken since first semester to the final year. So that's so important. So it's important to build it from the first semester so that you have enough to show and that your portfolio looks bigger.
Thank you, Nandraj. That's a wonderful response to the question. And we got a couple of more questions. I don't know about the time, but we can answer few. How do companies check a student's practical skills is one of the questions.
Yeah,
And
that's a very interesting question. Vincent, you can also add to it because you come from the L&D, so you might have a better answer than me. But I would just spell out my perspective to it. The companies are very, very keen to understand your practical skills, and they really, really want more of it rather than just your academic score. That's first clarity that I wanted to give you. Second, how do they check? They check based on what you have done in your projects. Let's say you have done a project or an internship and you have put that in your resume, and they will question you on that particular project or internship, what kind of learning you had, what kind of insights you got. So they will check there. But they will also check the credibility of the internship, whether you have done the internship actually or not. You just put something for the sake of putting in your resume. It's very important to share what you have done, not share something which you have not been part of. So a lot of resumes come like that, where they put some project or internship which they did not even know what it is. Just because the friend has done it, you copied the same project and submitted it, and then put that in your resume as well. And when you go answer, you kind of don't understand what questions are asked, and you don't know what answer to give them. So you are in big trouble. So it's important for you to put what you have done, number one. Number two, there are like Sadre's internship program, we have a credibility check. For every project that you do with us, there is a credibility check where the company can go and check what the project is all about, which company was involved in this, was it mentored or not, what is the level of achievement that you have done, everything is visible. So the companies definitely check for your practical skills.
Thank you, Nandraj. Wonderful answer. So I just wanted to stay with your point. See, today's employers don't, when they ask, like, what did you study, right? So they are not asking what did you study exactly, but you have to put it in a practical sense. That is how you can or what you can do with what you have studied. Okay, using the graduation or using the project, like what Nandraj rightly explained. So companies don't expect freshers to be experts, but they wanted some readiness or signs of readiness where you can actually get into a job. So if you have worked on a project, solved problems, and participated in internships, you need to elaborate, you need to explain it more practically, comparing the real life job situations. So that is the proof of you having a practical skill. Okay, so I think that will summarize the answer. Probably we'll take one more question, Nandraj.
Yeah,
This question is all about some students have commented saying, I don't have internship opportunities in my college. The college is not providing, they're asking students to follow up. So here the question is what they can do in this scenario.
okay. Internships are very important, as I told you earlier, and it is becoming very difficult for people to get internship because there are several reasons. Some of the major reasons I would quote is most of the companies work out of co-working space where they have to pay for every single seat, and for every intern, those who come in, they have to pay an extra cost for the seat, which costs somewhere between minimum of 6,000 rupees. So that's an additional cost for a company where the company doesn't encourage people to come and sit in office and work with them, though they are okay with doing a virtual internship. Number one. Number two, there are not enough companies in your vicinity where your college is or where your home is. So it's very difficult for all the students to get placed within their vicinity itself, or they have to travel outside to a different city or a different location. That's the second major reason why a lot of students don't get it. Sadre solution has solved this problem by creating a platform where we invite companies across India, not even within India, even from across globe, from different countries. We onboard companies here, and the students sitting just here in Bangalore or in Chennai or somewhere in South India, even in Madurai or Trichy, the student can just take up a problem statement or a project from a company from US or Africa or Canada, and then they work for them, and then they get mentored by a staff from that company, and then they get a certificate by end of it, and a lot of learning. They're able to complete the project and present a solution to the company. This is possible now today, and this creates an opportunity, opens door for every single student who are struggling to get an internship, especially from tier 2, tier 3 towns. And the students from a very smaller colleges, they get an opportunity to prove themselves. There is so much immense talent there, and these talents are coming out through this platform.
So thanks a lot, Nandraj. So it's 7:30 on the clock. Should we take one more question, or you wanted to?
Yeah, if there is one more question, we can take, Vincent. Otherwise, we'll close.
Yeah, there are a lot of questions,
There are a few
but
more questions.
yeah, choose to answer. So
Uh,
one, a person has asked, how is AI changing
I
opportunities?
would like to take that question. Can I?
Yes, yes,
Uh,
please.
How important is LinkedIn for freshers? Both I will take it together because that's somewhere relevant, maybe little relevant. AI is definitely changing opportunities for fresh graduates. I'll tell you how. Three things. One, the way you look at your job, which when I say that, I mean what you do in your day-to-day work life has completely changed because of AI. Earlier, a person would go sit in a desk, maybe spend 2-3 hours in emails, 2-3 hours in writing proposals, 2-3 hours in sending out reports, and maybe another hour doing all your internal emails, letters, and desk work and everything. And today, in that, probably 50% of your time has already been taken by AI, which means the AI does your 50% of your time's job in about an hour. So which means you have another 3 to 4 hours in hand, which you can use it more productively. So people want you to be more strategic. People want you to be more problem solving person. People want you to take up additional responsibilities. People want you to be managers and not just employees. So these are some of the important changes that AI has really brought in for the fresh graduates, and they have to start looking at their jobs like that. No more monotonous desk jobs. It's all changed. You have to start looking at how do you use AI effectively. How do you use your agents effectively? AI agents, I mean. So there are several AI agents. How do you deploy them? How do you make use of that? How do you make that productive? In fact, in a recent performance management, there was a question to an employee asking how best did you use your agents. The productivity of the agents also is considered when performance appraisal is done for you. So that way, AI is really changing the complete employment paradigm. Now, how important LinkedIn is for freshers? LinkedIn is definitely important for freshers. It adds a lot of credibility to an individual, where you can showcase a lot of things. You can build your network, talk to a lot of different people. It's an amazing platform for you to show who you are. Like, I mean, a lot of people cannot build a portfolio for themselves. So LinkedIn can be one option where you that can act as your portfolio. That way, LinkedIn is very, very important.
Okay. Thank you, Nanraj. So probably we can summarize. There are many questions, so we can answer to them separately as a inbox reply. So
there is
anyway,
one question asked, many questions asked by Ritu. So I would like to thank Ritu for bringing all those questions here. Thank you so much, Ritu.
thank you, the participant. And over to Sandra for talking about Sadre's initiative and close the session.
Yeah, hi all, good evening. Very great session that we attended. Vincent, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Very great session we attended through our inspiring speaker, Ms. Hephzi. So now we are extending our warm openings, our invitations, the questions that you have, as Vincent and Nyanraj rightly said. The opportunities and skills that we have to build is in our hands, where we develop tasks, where develop opportunities, and we seek to develop ourselves by seeking a lot of opportunities. So this opportunity is given to you in hand. You can be part of it through a career assessment from our Mentonest Grow program. If you are a school student, or you can understand your ability, your skill levels, your personality type through our Mentonest career assessment program. So we do have for school students from the class of 8 to 12. That helps in really understanding this goal setting and how to plan very well their academics and their skill proficiency. And for the college students, we do have a Mentonest Pro program where we do the employability and placement readiness program for them. And this is going to help them currently completely understand what are their strengths are, their skill levels are, and they will be able to aim accordingly and streamline their studies. This helps students in college to set right their goals and achieve, excellent academics. Our Projects platform is the next program that we have launched for the college students, where many students are enjoying their internships with different companies, where they think it is impossible for them to physically go and make an appointment with, but they are able to connect virtually and get excellent feedback from the corporate mentors to them. So through this projects in certified industry projects, they get to have live internship, virtual internships, and wherever their students are, they are benefiting out of it. So Sadre Solutions builds a technology-led career. This ecosystem is to support students from school, college, until they get a job, employment. So this is to talk about all the initiatives that we have in Sadre. So all the opportunities are available at an affordable cost to everyone. So please don't hesitate the word and be a beneficiary of the programs. We would like to also introduce our next webinar. Every second and fourth Fridays evening 7 p.m. we have our webinars. So we have successfully completed all the sessions so far. And the next topic would be webinar on from degree to job, what the parents should understand. So today we spoke about whereas we will be talking about the parents' perspective in the upcoming session on June 12, 2026, 7 p.m. to 7:45 is a session. It will be more useful. It just takes 35 minutes to 40 minutes to attend to the webinar, but it will be more useful and productive time for you. Bring in more people, and you also can be beneficial out of these topics. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sandra. And thank you everyone for attending.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.